Yo, what up? What up? What up, people? Yeah, what up, people? It's Wednesday night. I know it's freaking out, isn't it? It's going a little crazy. It's supposed to be. We're not a day behind or a day late or anything. Dollars short. It's just a No Man Fantasy Sports podcast. We just switch it up on you sometimes. You never know what's going to happen. Had me a little work event last night. Couldn't make it back in time. And plus the Knicks. Fuck you, Knicks, because you pissed me off last night. And Joel Embiid is the dirtiest player in the NBA. Stop it. I'm not really, but I'm just angry right now, Drew. But I'm your boy, Mr. What Up, man. It is the No Man Fantasy Sports Podcast. Got my man Road Reese. You don't see his face right now, but he's repping the symbol. He's got some stuff percolating at the moment. He'll be on in a minute. We got that. The guy. Look, can I say something? Yo, that hat is fire, dude.
Appreciate you, man.
I like the star. You see the star? Oh, it's the All-Star game.
It's that All-Star.
That All-Star game. Wow. As always. Yo, listen, this dude is smoother than a fucking frappuccino with the fluffy stuff on top. I don't know what else is smooth. Smoother than silk. How you? My man Drew. I gotta come up with something better, Drew. I'm just saying, man. You just smooth as fuck. You smoother than Smooth B. How about that?
Nice.
Hey, I appreciate that.
I'll take that. You take that.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
And in the building,
I know. I missed a week. I miss y'all.
Undisputed, unclaimed, unbothered, unabused.
Dude, y'all tripped me out on that draft episode. I'm sorry, Mitch. Go ahead. But I love that.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. But this guy is undoubtedly the greatest co-host in podcast history. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Mitch? What's up, Drew? Reese?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome
back,
brother.
I probably messed up the lead, but I love that draft episode. I was texting Mitch as I was watching it. Like, first of all, with Drew, talk about who he wanted, and then with Drew getting number 9, it's like, oh, we're gonna get a Duzier. Reese getting into the picture because the Panthers moved up the spot, so he can.
They can finally get a pick in the first round. That was awesome.
I was like, oh man, I wish I was there. But great episode, fellas.
Thank you. A lot went on.
You, though.
We missed you. And you were in our prayers. But hold on, real quick though. I want to shout out. I got to shout before I go any further. Got a lot of shout outs I got to do. First shout out is to the greatest nation in the world, the NoMaam Nation. Straight up and down, sideways and all around. You can't stop us because we run every single town. Bars. Shout out to Abyss alone, you fat fuck. Fuck you about the Yankees are mid. He called 10 the Yankees are mid. Listen, he may not be on the episode tonight, but Jay Curbs is in the building on the chat. So Jay Curbs, look, we couldn't do any of this without you, brother. You know that we know you're going through some, you got, you're closing deals and kissing babies tonight and stuff. So, but we can't do this without you, Curbs. We cannot do this without you, the man, the myth, and the legend. Stop talking about my Knicks, though, Curbs.
And my Yankees, bro. Watch your mouth.
We got Clement 20 in the building. Are they following us? I think they are. If you're not, hit that purple follow hard button. Join the greatest nation in the whole wide world. Shout out to our sponsors. You know who they are. It's the Comedy Zone, North Carolina. You want to see someone fight? I got a phone call from him. He told me he wants me to start going over the schedule. I said I'm only going to pick the good ones though. I ain't messing around with no stupid little comic day making me laugh. And shout out to Dr. Drains. I got a good one this week. You ready? He cleans pipes. He changes toilets. Whatever you need, the man is on it. Don't worry about it. He ain't shitting on the job either. He's gonna come there, do his thing, and bounce. Dr. Drains is in the building.
Shout out to pipe. Lay the pipe.
Laying the pipe. See, laying the pipe. She's laying the pipe.
Now you weird with it. Now you weird. Pause.
Pause.
But yo, shout out to the nation. Look, we'll be back to our normal schedule every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, taking over the airwaves on YouTube, on Twitch. Yo, the YouTube, Wes, I know you're not the social media guy. So let me explain this to you. You are a YouTube guy. You know how I know this? And I'm going to throw myself out there because I use your login to watch YouTube TV. Which, by the way, Reese called me out on that bullshit this weekend when he came by. He called me out on it. But anyway, listen,
your friends YouTube. You bum.
I'm just saying, we're friends.
You're a bum. You're a bum.
Man, you can't be putting this out in the airwaves, man.
No one important like that is watching, so they ain't fucking around. But listen, Jay Curbs is starting to really get loose on that page. Pause. He's starting to put some good videos up. We're gonna do some things called reels. He's gonna explain that shit to me. I don't know what the fuck that is. I just post videos and just look handsome on the microphone. That's all I do. I can't stop either one. But anyway, Wes, we're about to blow up YouTube, like straight up and down. YouTube, we're coming for you. Listen, everyone, tell your mama, your grandmama, your baby mama, your friend's baby mama, your friend's baby mama's side piece who be hanging out in the corner store getting free 40 ounces.
On the EBT cards.
On the EBT card. Go into the supermarket with a radio on the shoulder screaming, NoMaam on YouTube, check them out. We got some, I'm gonna put some YouTube logos together straight for YouTube. We're gonna change the way YouTube is looked at. Because that's what NoMaam does. So, with that said, let's review a little bit with Wes. Wes, you weren't here to give us your takes. So we got to ask you, I asked you first and foremost, Raiders, yay, nay, what were you thinking about their draft?
Oh, I almost pulled over to the side of the road. So I wanted Penix. So
you wanted Penix?
Yes.
So your most hated team right now is the Falcons?
Yes, but you guys kind of covered it. But I just wanted to say I was so mad because we couldn't get them, especially the way the quarterbacks were coming off the board so quickly. I had to sleep on the pivot of Brock Bowers. But as I think about it, how they're probably going to use him and Mayer potentially,
right?
Coming around on it. I'm looking at my feeds. They talk about 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. So I'm like, that could work. But to me, I look at him as more of a weapon, like a chess piece where you can move him anywhere on the board. Brock Bowers.
He's built like a wide receiver, dude.
Yeah. So if they want to do like the Laporta thing and kind of split him out, I think that'll be well. I think that'll open up the middle of the field, and that'll open up a lot for Devontae. But then it always comes back to my quarterback position, and that's where it's gonna make or break my season. So I don't think Raiders' success. I think they'll probably be around the same 8-8, whatever, 500 range, fight for that last playoff spot until they upgrade that quarterback position. But like I said, I wanted Penix. I slept on the pivot with Bowers, but I'm coming around to like it in the offense.
Who's in your quarterback room again?
Minshew and Aiden O'Connell.
So I've always liked Minshew, right? I feel like he is he sticks to what he knows, and he's a middle of the pack guy, and he's comfortable with being a middle of the pack guy. He does have some turnover issues. But I think with a guy like him at quarterback that has the right tools, he can trust in them enough to say, hey, this is like, if this is what the direction of our offense is, let's go with that. And he can make the right reads, the right passes. And like you said, with a guy like Brock going in that 2 tight end set, splitting him out, you put him and Devontae opposite sides, man. Like
that's gonna be dangerous. Hey,
that's gonna be dangerous.
Breaking news: Ryan Garcia just tested positive for PEDs.
What?
He tested positive the day before the fight for PEDs.
So all that wild shit.
So here's my thing about that, right? Here's my thing about that, right? Because boxing, you test to prevent those types of things from happening. Why did you still let him fight?
Correct.
Oh yeah, if I'm Devin Haney, I'm a little pissed off right now.
He tested positive for PEDs.
Yep.
I mean, Haney really didn't lose anything because he still retained the belt. And from what I understand, he did get embarrassed. He did get embarrassed.
He got embarrassed. He got his ass whooped.
Like a motherfucker, he did.
So how did he get to retain the title?
Ryan was overweight.
Playing it backwards. Now I think the whole weight thing was bullshit. It was because they knew he was positive for steroids.
So he got overweight on purpose.
Quote unquote overweight on purpose.
So the belt wasn't up.
So he retained the belt by default because of the quote unquote weight issue going into the fight. And I was sitting back and I was seeing like there are tons of fighters that go into fight on fight night 7 pounds, 5 pounds overweight because there's a margin. But it made no sense. And then him losing by knockout. Was it by knockout decision?
No,
it was decision. It was decision.
Yeah.
So by him losing by decision and getting beat up the way he did, and then you say, well, he's got the belt. He still retains the belt. Now I'm very sure it's because of the steroids, PEDs or whatever they want to call them.
Ruining the sport, whatever. Cornballs. Cornball. We got the conspiracy theorists in the chat. Jay Curbs, the cover up is real.
It is real.
Tell him, Curbs.
Shout out to Jared.
We're down on him, Curbs.
Shout out to Jared.
Yes, Jared, you do get the gold star, and now he's waving at everybody. Jared's having fun in the chat tonight. That's what I'm talking about, Jared. Get him all riled up, Jared.
Shout out to the chat monsters.
Speaking of getting riled up, I'm going to ask you two down there politely not to say a word while Wes and I bitch and complain for about 3 minutes, if you don't mind.
You got the floor.
Thank you, sir. So I'm at the baseball game last night, not really paying attention to the game. You know, I got stuff to do and whatnot. We got 2 Reese's.
Hold on. Let me get off the other one.
That was strange.
That was real. I know I've been drinking, but geez, that gave me.
It's 2 of yous.
That gave me the heebie-jeebies right there a little bit. So I wasn't really watching any of the game. I just check my phone every once in a while, whatnot. I get in the car and I knew I was going to be in the parking deck for 6 months, so I was just watching the game or whatever. And it was like the middle of the 3rd quarter. I'm driving home now. It's the 4th quarter. Got to pay attention to the road. I don't like getting tickets. Anyway, I pull into my fucking driveway, and that's when Maxey hit the damn fucking three-pointer tied up to go into overtime. Whatever. Good shooter. Look, this is what playoff basketball should be. I'm not making any excuses. We played like shit towards the end. We gave it up. We could have called a timeout. We could have fouled. We could have prevented it from happening, but we did it. It is what it is, right? See, to all you casuals out there, me and this guy, I mean those guys too, but right now, us two, we're realists. We call it as it is. We're not. The referee fault. Oh, the total eclipse happened, and they got fuck no. We fucked up. Period. And then in overtime, stupid plays. You had the game. Why are we shooting 3-pointers all game? Like, stop it. Drive the basket. Let them foul you. Embiid is a bitch. All he does is fucking foul people and grab ankles and all that bullshit. So Embiid, you kiss my ass. But whatever. You know what? The victory's gonna be sweeter tomorrow when we beat them at home, at their house. So and listening to the Sixer fans scream MVP for Jalen Brunson again. Thank you. Go Wes.
No, I'll just piggyback it. I hated it. I thought we had it in the bag towards the end of regulation. There was a lot of bad decisions. Timeout was one, fouling the 3-point shooter, missing free throws. Like everything, every piece of ingredient you want to lose a game, they did. And they put it all into that last minute. Now, I'm not even going to talk about the overtime because I just feel like they had the momentum for him to hit that shot. Great shot, Maxey. I'm not on that, but like I said, he should foul. But that's Thibodeau. Like he don't foul. You know, like Thibodeau, like if you up 3, he don't foul.
Stupid.
Yeah, he let you shoot it instead of going to the line and shoot the 2 free throws and play the free throw game. And I'm like, man, I don't like that strategy because you give them an opportunity to tie the game versus
right. It made no sense.
Free throws. But like I said, it's over. Hopefully we can, bounce back, get game 6. But if it's got to be a game 7, here we go. This is the playoffs, right?
I mean, whatever, man. It is what it is. What's the score? What's the score of the Heat game? Are they getting their asses handed to them right now?
They were getting their butts handed to them. But
hey, alone, the Heat are mid, by the way. People talking shit about my Knicks.
No, but like I said, it's over with. It hurts. We move on to
Thursday. Exactly. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the way. I mean, we got that. Look, we can't lose. Even if we lose tomorrow, we don't lose. We don't go home. We still go back to New York.
We do go home though.
We go home. We don't go to Cancun. We don't go to the Gulag as the
Gulag.
We would not go. We would be not visiting the Gulag.
Don't go to the Gulag. Stay out of the Gulag, people.
Stay out of the Gulag.
I do fear for if we do win tomorrow, the Knicks fans in Philly. I feel like something is going to go down in Philly and Knicks fans if the Knicks start celebrating like they did.
Oh, they are. But they only have themselves to blame. Those season ticket holders made a grip off the New York Knicks fans.
You can't go to somebody's house and stomp on their couch twice.
Yes, you can.
Buy a new couch. I got a couch for sale. They come buy mine. Listen, at the end of the day, the Philly fans have no one to blame but them damn selves. Their season ticket holders sold numerous tickets to the New York Knickerbocker fans, and we took over like we do. It is what it is. But
are we staying on NBA? Or we
yeah, let's look. You guys,
because I want to.
So real quick, while you guys start talking, we're going to introduce something a little different. We're going to test something out. I want you guys. I'm going to let you guys go through all the playoffs. But we're going to do an interactive poll with the 11 people that are in there right now, and we're going to leave it up for a little bit, right? Give me the first poll we do. We'll leave it up for like 15 minutes, right? But chat, you're in control of the next poll. What would you like the poll to be? Well, for you 3 right now, give me something that we could spice things up a little bit.
I mean, coming out of the, with the playoffs and everything, and then, the two players who are out of it now, and LeBron James and KD, right? The spiciness of where those two are going to land next year. Is LeBron going to re-up with LA? Where does KD go? I've heard some whispers and hints about that. So I'll save that for the talk and not for the poll. But let's go. It might be a little basic, but
so how about this? So we'll go with the first one. Does LeBron? We'll do a simple yes or no one. Does LeBron return to the Lakers?
Put them both, LeBron or KD.
All right, there we go. We'll do that one. Okay.
They return to perspective.
You guys go for it. Have some fun with the NBA.
I'll start it off. So, LeBron Marbley, because I think you probably want to draft his son, but I don't think the coach is going to return for LA.
Oh, no dog.
I'm agreeing on that.
Yeah, because words coming out, they didn't like playing for him, this, that, and the third. KD, I don't know how they move. I saw a Phoenix situation where they ain't got no draft picks for like 2030. I'm like, you got 3 people about to make $50 million each. One of them has to go. So I don't know which one of the 3 out of Book, Beal, or KD, but one of them got to go for them to just regenerate, draft capital, something, because that they're not working. Them 3 don't work. I think they need a point guard, to be honest with you, which is underrated. Like, I hate teams that think that just because you can dribble the ball over half court, you a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, you are really disrespecting the point guard and what they do and how they get everybody involved to keep everybody happy. I was like, you got 2 guards playing point. They're gonna look for their shot before they think about passing. Like, I like Book at point, but Booker gonna look for his shot, then pass out the double team. Like, he ain't trying to run the offense and get everybody cooking. He gonna look for his shot first, and if they start to double, then I'm gonna kick it around the perimeter, KD and Bill, for them to get their shots. And that's not point guard work. You got to have these people moving. But I'll let you guys go. That's my feedback on that.
I want to acknowledge somebody who's becoming a star.
Anthony Edwards.
That motherfucker.
Wait, is he Jordan's son?
Allegedly.
Nah, I ain't gonna call him Jordan. So let's don't go that far. Okay, I'm just saying.
I heard the stories.
Star. He is. I didn't see this leadership in him. I didn't see this. Honestly, I didn't see him loving basketball like this, to be honest. But he has put work into his game, and I'm talking about on both ends. He's playing defense well. He's dominating offensively. Can't nobody check him on that court right now.
Reese, he wants the challenge. He wants to guard the players out there. Like, he's like, nah, he hit $2 in a row. Let me get him. Like, you don't get that in this generation. Well,
not in this generation.
Exactly.
I'm talking about he doing chop. He playing to the crowd. Don't give a shit. Chop, going chop. Hey, dude, this dude is, he's becoming a star, man. Big time star right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see it. That's look like the future of the NBA is really bright with him. SGA, Wemby. Yeah, it looks real good. Yeah.
So I'll go to Phoenix, and I'll go back to Phoenix and talk about KD. I don't think they can move off of Beal's deal just yet.
No trade. He's got
the no trade clause, and then I think KD. I don't think KD re-upped with them. I think it was just a remaining contract from New Jersey. I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, but I wasn't big on this whole acquisition that they went through. Granted, Anthony Ayton wasn't the greatest offensive fit as a big. However, he was the anchor of the defense. Chris Paul put a bit of confidence in him when he was there to allow him to say, like, yo, if it don't work on the offensive side for you, it will work on the defensive side. You're a rim protecting big, right? Make that work for you. I know everybody was hyped on the trade and him going to Portland, and then Nurkic coming over, but Nurkic is not the rim protecting big that Ayton is. No. All right. Nope. Now you get the offensive upside. Nurkic will give you 20 and 10 a night, but he doesn't defend well. Footwork isn't that great, and he can't defend bigs well that are faster than him. So it just didn't process well. And then to add that to bad measure, you got a defensive coach. Like, you really made Frank Vogel look bad out there. You got a two guard in Bradley Beal, who is another cone on defense. And I'm sorry, and people talk about KD, his length and him being able to get out there and play the wing. Eric Spoelstra exposed KD's defensive weakness. You force him to play defense against against your toughest players. It will translate into him having a bad offensive night. He doesn't want to play defense. And Vogel didn't put him out there to play defense. He put him out there to score, putting pressure on Beal, who's, like I said, not a defending guard. Then you got D-Book being a ball handler, which is taking the ball away from him. No one can play off ball that well. So
right,
it's a recipe for bad basketball. And
I don't like the
then the injury bug too. So I don't know where KD goes. And wherever he does go, he has to really take a back seat to one of two things. Either a well-structured team that has a group of guys that are all looking to be a part of one cohesive unit, or a young guy, right, at a young team that's like, yo, you might be a superstar, but this is my shit. So you're gonna have to like fill in with us.
Right.
So, but I just don't know where he goes. I don't know where he fits in. I heard a lot of people say go back to Golden State. Heard somebody say like just some outlandish garbage and say Houston, but I don't know.
Look at the footprints he's leaving OKC. Like, he ain't won since Golden State. Look, leaving OKC, leaving Brooklyn. Now you about to leave Phoenix, and the last two places you basically wanted to be there.
And they built it around you.
Thank you, Reese. They built it around you. You asked for Kyrie. You asked for James Harden, right? You asked to blow that team up, to bring in the assets that you felt like you wanted, right? And it was just like you didn't do anything different.
Nothing.
So I don't know where he goes. I just hope wherever he goes, like, he's a mercenary. I'll stand on that and say it. KD is a mercenary. You bring him in to shoot. You bring him in to put points on the board, take that mid-range jumper off the dribble. But that's about it.
Miami?
Is Jimmy there or no?
Oh, no, you keep Jimmy. I'm saying, but he ain't got to worry about defense.
So, but here's the thing, right? And we all know Spoelstra. You have to play defense on that team.
I agree. Is he going to listen? Does Spoelstra have the gravitas to make KD like, yo, I got to listen to this guy?
Pat Riley
at this time, at this point in his career, I don't like. KD's playing the 4. So that means he's going to be playing up against Porzingis. He's going to be playing up against Embiid and Harris. He's going to be playing up against Randall and what's the other guy? OG Anunoby. He's going to be playing up against.
You got to put him with somebody. If you're going to play 4, you got to put him with somebody, a center that plays like extraordinary defense. So we're talking about San Antonio. He goes up and plays with Wemby. So now you got that together.
Yeah.
And Wemby protects him. You go to Miami, Bam protects him. You got to go where there's a big man that can protect him, and you can play the 5 out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can. He can. I mean, like, I think if he goes to a team like San Antonio, he'll be a shooter.
He'll listen to Pop.
Because I think Pop was the USA coach when they won the gold. So Pop can possibly bring something out of him. Speaking of San Antonio, if Trey doesn't re-up or stay with Atlanta, I think he goes to the Spurs.
I like him in the Spurs. I think that'd be a great team. I agree.
Him and Wemby running. Oh my god.
Yep.
Got 2 long, a 4 and a 5 that can both shoot from the perimeter, can run the floor with some tempo and some pace. And I think that's what the Spurs are missing. They're missing tempo. They play half court really well with that young core, but they don't have any tempo. They don't run the floor in transition too well.
They don't have a go-to scorer.
That either. I
think Kate. Who's the Spurs guard?
It's
somebody I don't care about.
Sohan. He plays like point guard and forward for them. I think his name is
but I can see you can put him at 3. He's a good defender. So then now you got KD blocked up with one defender at the 3, who ain't a great shooter, but that's all he does. And then Wemby at the 5. So you got 2 defenders blocking him up.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
And if you give him Trey at point guard, then shit.
All right, so I'm sorry to interrupt, but bring it to this year now. So what you're seeing right now, though, who's left in the playoffs? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, right now out of the West, dude, Minnesota looks right there. Yeah, they look tough, dude.
And OKC is fresh. They zip the Pelicans.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, I mean that's valid.
Real quick, they look fresh and they play incredible defense. And they got just it's just a good team.
They're so young, yeah.
So young, they still run.
And I heard a lot of people say things like, "Oh, if Zion was there and Zion would have been playing, it would have been a different outcome." I don't think so. Zion would have got off his 30 a night. But I said this to the person that I was talking to. Zion could have scored 30. CJ could have scored 25. Brandon Ingram could have scored 20, and it still wouldn't have beat the high-powered offense of OKC. So the change of it really didn't make any difference. So I thought they would have lost flat out that way. So it didn't change. It didn't make a difference to me.
I guess I could see Zion getting what's his name in foul trouble though. What's his big man?
Don't say my man Chet. Chet is not sloppy like that.
I don't know. Chet he might have got beat up a little bit.
He got beat up. He definitely got beat up. But Chet's not. See, that's the thing I like about Chet. And I've always had the high side with when it came to Chet. Chet is very controlled for a lengthy big, right? He's slim, he's slender, but he's not sloppy the way like when you think of lanky guys like Sean Bradley, right? He was very, very clumsy and he made a lot of mistakes, which translated into fouls. The thing that people don't look at when it comes to Chet is the same thing that people don't look at with Wemby, his footwork. They're guys that really came up as guards that had quick feet to move around on the perimeter and then just had this growth spurt and it turned into, well, damn, like I got to use this ability at being quick in a big man's body.
Right. Now you got a 7-foot-tall guy who can handle the ball and still has guard work.
So real quick, shout out to Bro in the building on 1v1 podcast every Saturday at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Twitch. The 1v1 Bro versus the world. He got a good point. He said, what about the notion that Minnesota just way better and maybe KD solidified himself out of the GOAT convo by his own faults, nothing GOAT
outside
of the Golden State. Height outside of Golden State. So
I don't think he was ever in the GOAT conversation.
I agree.
Okay. That's valid. That's valid.
As soon as he became a mercenary, that was not even part of it. Yeah.
But again, shout out to Bro and B-Box Radio. And he's my peoples. That's what I'm talking about. Always part of NoMaam Nation as well. Every Saturday night, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. The guy, he's probably going to try. This guy, knowing him, he'll show up on like the channel 11 or some shit like that. How did he get there? I don't know. But all right, so Reese, who do you see coming out of the West? If you could make a prediction right now.
I just wanted to say before we jump to the next. Hold on, Reese. The matchup next with Minnesota and Denver. That's because I want to see size on Joker, and I want to see. Now, I probably haven't paid attention to it throughout the year, but Joker, I love his old man game so much because it goes against everything in today's NBA. That somebody who can't got no lift, who looks slow as shit, controls the game so masterfully. And I'm like, even when I watch him against the Lakers, like the Lakers own like 75% of their games. and still lost to these boys because these boys turned it on when they had to beat the Lakers. And I'm like, that's just Joker and Murray hitting clutch shots. But I'm like, when you get that championship pedigree, you gain something, like some type of knowledge of or no panic. Like I was like, we not panic. I was like, yeah, they got LeBron, they got AD, but we ain't no panic. We the champs. We know how to do this. They up by 10, but we're gonna walk them down. And at the end of the game, we're gonna execute because we know what we got to do. So I look at that as okay, I gotta watch Denver and Minnesota because I agree, Ant-Man is coming, and I've been saying this for years. He's been coming, and once you get Ant-Man, and I want Ant-Man and Murray on the perimeter, and I want Joker and
Rudy
down low. Because then I'm like, okay, now you got the ancillary parts that I got to fill in. So now I got Cat versus the dunker. I keep them
Aaron Gordon.
Exactly. So now I'm getting these other matchups that I ain't paid attention to. That I was like, okay, these are going to intrigue me because if these other positions wash out, y'all going to make the difference in the series. Yeah. But go ahead.
I'm afraid that this is the young part of a team going up against a championship pedigree team. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to figure out a way to get Rudy out that game because Rudy's going to sit there and be, oh, shit, I can't guard that man out there.
I don't know the perimeter, right? He just going to shoot three.
I can't guard Joker out there. If Joker is hot from the outside, that series is over. Because they'll get Rudy off the court, and then he'll go inside and start bodying. So, yeah. And Cat don't want no piece of that. Cat is already like,
but hear me out. So hear me out, right? And the way I thought LA's advantage to at least putting a dent in the armor of Denver at them winning was forcing Jokic to step outside of the paint. AD could have easily beat Jokic on the perimeter in the mid game, face up to the rim, use your jab, shoot over him, drive, draw the fouls. Cat can do the same thing because remember, as great as Jokic is with doing the stuff that he does, he's got slow feet.
He's not messing up with Cat. They're gonna put Gordon on him.
No. But what I'm saying, when Cat's on offense, right? They're gonna put Gordon on him. But you run that pick and roll, right? Because what's going to happen is now you're forcing him to come out of the paint.
Yeah.
Which you need to do. That's number one. You need to do that because as much as I like Aaron Gordon is not a rim defender. He's not going to be able to hold his own against a guy like Rudy Gobert posted him up in the paint and Rudy's just using the length to shoot over him, right? So bring Jokic out. Allow him to be that type of guy to say, yo, I got to play defense. You got to play defense up on me now, right? Same thing. Put Cat in the corner. Let Cat shoot from the corner. You want him to close out on that end. So I think that'll be a good pace, change of pace for the game, with helping them possibly get to a win or some wins. I honestly see that series going to 7 because I don't see Minnesota losing a game at home. That crowd behind them, and when they get ripping and running, and they got pace and they got tempo, and they got all of those guys. The homeboy who was defending KD,
he's an ex-Hornet.
Yeah.
What's his name? Oh my God.
What's his name, Reese? Yo,
he's
like
he's an ex-Hornet. Like I'm like, well, we sucked.
No, that's not Jay. That's his brother. That's his brother.
Oh, that's his brother? Okay, yeah. McDaniels.
Yeah.
So hold on.
So we got the bad brother.
Only 3 people voted on the chat, and they all said that KD was leaving the Suns. So
hey, I mean that's
we'll go 100%. Just go with the percentage.
You give percentages. Don't give me.
I did 100%. 3. I'm okay. My bad.
100% of the people said.
I mean, I'm just saying. I said the amount of people that voted.
We don't need.
And I gave you the percentage.
Just give the percentage. Just give the percentage.
Okay. You know what? My bad.
We tested it. Yo, chat. Dig into the polls. I think the polls will be a real good interactive thing, right? And just it'll see where you go. See where we go with it, right? I would ask to the people in the chat, for those people who did vote, so you feel like, he is leaving, right? Where does he go? That's the next question.
Oh, all right, here we go. I'm gonna put that up there right now. Hold on. So, no, I don't want to do that. Hold on.
Minnesota. Yeah, I don't think he's going to Minnesota.
All
But
right.
Jared, shout out to Jared with that one.
Where does KD play next year? All right. So, Wes, give me an option.
Where does he go next year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm putting Minnesota in there for Jared.
Let me be selfish. Got you. My fault, Jared.
All right.
I'll tell you what, I don't think he's the one moving. Me, selfishly, I want Book to come to New York, but
Will you just get, so you're saying he stays, or just give me a place he goes? He'll be so analytical.
Back to OKC.
OKC.
Wow.
Where do you think he goes?
The reason I say that, because they got draft capital they can give to Phoenix, and then he can make up for leaving them.
That's SGA land. I'm sorry.
I know.
That's more Russ. I see Russ going back to OKC more than I see KD going back to OKC.
Hey, Reese.
Question: who's going back to OKC?
Where do you see if KD was to leave? Where does he go?
Oh, he's a ring chaser, Miami.
And
that too.
And Drew, where do you say he's going?
So I was thinking about this, and I'm gonna say Chicago.
That's not bad either.
Chicago needs to get off of that contract of Zach LaVine, right? I think him and DeMar DeRozan can play well with each other. DeMar, they're both mid-range guys.
Oh, the mid-range killers right there.
Right. And to have two mid-range wings right there, and on top of that, how do you defend two mid-range wings on the defense? I can't come up with a solution for that.
The poll is up for the next 10 minutes, people. Make sure you vote. Make sure you get your voices heard. You be we're the voice of the voiceless out here. So I'm gonna go back to my original question. Reese, I'm gonna go to you first. Right now, in your opinion, who represents the West in the finals?
I don't think we come out Denver until somebody proves it. They can take them out. Denver.
All right. You got Denver. Drew, who you got?
I am. It's tough, man, because I want to go with the young team, but I can't bet against I can't bet against the Joker and Murray right now. The way and Michael Porter Jr. So I'm going with the Nuggets.
Hey, I didn't even think about Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, it's a
bet. That boy been shooting the lights out.
I forgot who's guarding Michael Porter Jr.
Lights out.
What?
Who's guarding Michael Porter Jr.?
I'm going with a wild card. I'm going with Dallas.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going with Luka coming out of there.
My 2 cents. I'm going for Minnesota.
Are they gonna get past? Wait. You think they're gonna pass LA?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think Michael
LA
Jordan
having a hard time.
I think Michael Jordan's son is gonna make it to the finals.
Michael Jordan's son just broke up.
That's his second son.
This is his second son. His second son. Yo, I'm just saying they look alike. That dunk are very similar. Just say, anyway, moving on. Now let's go to the east side.
Oh hell.
Nick's clear, so I'm going Knicks.
We know that. I don't even know why you're going there.
Wes?
I don't know,
man.
All
right, Bro's going with Chi-Town.
I can't. I want to say the Knicks because that's my heart, but I'm like, they just take too long to like. Their style is just too deliberate. Like they're not like a fast team. They're like a defensive team, and that just kind of wear teams down, and you can't rely on that. Round after round, you have to have an advantage, and I don't. Right. They're struggling with Philly, and I think Embiid is hurt, and I'm worried about Indiana because Indiana's going to try to run them out the gym, and I'm like, if they go to the Celtics, I got to hope Porzingis is hurt. So I'm like, I'm not picking them. I'm like, I don't want to pick the Celtics because if they go against, okay, my dark horse. Damn it, I hate to say it. No, I'm not going. I'm going Celtics. Let me shut up. I'm going Celtics.
What is wrong with you?
It's not Knicks. Like you said, I'm a realist. Like I said, I love my Knicks. That's my heart.
You could be a realist. You could be a realist, but we're talking about the game and why we lost. Knicks clear and say it. Damn it, follow me, man.
No, Knicks. They're playing with their bench right now. They're not even playing with all their starters. So, like, if they had all their players in there, yeah, I'd push them through. But no.
All right, Drew, who do you got coming out the East?
So I'm gonna say the Knicks are who I'm leaning towards.
I'm talking about
jerk
Wes,
and then my secondary pick is gonna have to be Boston as well, just because I don't trust any other team in the East right now to actually get into the get a deep run into the playoffs and win. To be honest with you, so
we know for sure that Bozo Breath alone, who says that it's going to be the Heat, they're about to get eliminated tonight, buddy. So I don't know what you're talking about. And hold on. I saw a bad comment about the Knicks. Maybe that got erased.
So that's racist.
Racist. That's racist. Handman balling and the Knicks are the story. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You gonna change your mind up there, Wes? Reese, who'd you say?
Awesome.
And I get it.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I gotta check see what's up with Porzingis because I don't think I saw Porzingis in the lineup today.
They said several games. That's all they said. Several games.
Did they say? So did they say what it was?
He may miss round 2, Drew, but he may be ready for the conference finals.
He ain't gonna make it. If he ain't there, they ain't making it to the finals.
You stupid, man. They got enough on that team without.
They're gonna beat Cleveland or Orlando.
Yeah, they got enough.
They got enough to beat. Yeah, they got enough to beat Orlando and Cleveland. But my thing is this, and I said this when they signed Porzingis. The injuries will always be a problem. And I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm sorry, Wes, but I have to say this. But the Knicks have the worst medical staff in the history of the NBA. They killed Marcus Camby.
Oh, man.
They shot down Allen Houston. Who else did they have on that team? Eddie Curry.
You can't blame Amari. Amari came to us hurt.
No, yeah, Amari came banged up, but like it didn't help him anymore through his progressions, right? So, with that being said, Porzingis is a liability because of his health. If it's not the fasciitis, which is his foot, then it's a calf issue that is stemming from his Achilles, and they're all connected. So if you're telling me that he's going to miss an entire series and then with the hopes of being back for the next round, bruh, he's not. They don't have a chance. They need him, bro.
They say he got the Giannis injury. Why Giannis is sitting out, he got the same thing. And Giannis ain't even played the first round.
And that's another thing. Giannis's calf has been bugging him. This is like the 3rd straight year. Because last year, it was the calf as well.
Joe Burrow.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
I'll leave that to you, Mitch.
Unfortunately, I don't want to take it, but hey, so quick question. Pause. Not bad. Yeah. All right.
You don't want to take it.
Can I shut up?
I'm glad you don't. Just say it.
Can I ask the question about the poll?
Tell you gonna take it. You gonna take it, boy.
They're that kind of show, man. They just kind of show. Hey, so when announcing the poll results, do I go through each option and tell you what the percentage was?
So I would say for a poll like this, you say
30% of the people said he's going to.
Yeah, say the top three. Say the top three in this one.
Just the top three.
I want to go through all because I put a funny one in there. I want to talk about.
He said the gulag.
The gulag.
Shout out to the 4%.
I mean, you know what I mean? So anyway, all right. Oh man. So anyway,
Boston won.
Oh, bye, Heat.
Told you.
Eric Spoelstra.
I told you.
Hey, Jimmy Butler. Deuces.
Ain't even playing.
That's another name we got to talk about.
Shout out to Heat Culture on TikTok.
Samson.
Shout out to Samson. He said they were going to win in 5.
God, 118-84. God damn,
what?
Well, that was the final score?
Without Porzingis.
Damn.
Wow.
It's nasty work.
Alone, your team is trash, dude.
They're below mid.
Dude, they're good. They couldn't even make the Gulag League this year. What are you talking about, bro? Stop it. All right, so let me ask you guys this. Who is your MVP of the season right now in the NBA?
Nice one. That's a good one.
Put that in the chat.
Hold on. The poll is. Oh, you just want as a chat question?
Shout out to Joseph Stalin.
Really?
Gulag clears.
The Gulag.
So
it's all about the Gulag. The Gulag.
Joker.
If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna say SGA.
Okay. Joker, Shaq, Luka. Put those
number one team. He got the number one team in the best conference.
And Jalen Brunson.
Hey, listen, I'm not mad at
Mighty Mouse. You put Mighty Mouse in there. I knew you could do
it. So I'm gonna say, some people are gonna tell me I'm crazy for saying this. I don't care. My mama done dropped me on my head a couple of times. Shout out to 3 football concussions. But I don't even have Jokic in my top 3.
Word?
Yeah. I'm replacing Jalen Brunson. I'm replacing Jokic with Jalen Brunson because I think his impact on the team, his facilitating, his leadership, right?
Number 2 team in the East.
Number 2 team in the East, right?
Without,
you got him
without Randall, without.
Thank you, right? And also, you put into play the big change that they went through with that trade and sending Quickly and RJ.
You sent
to
a young star that you sent somebody that was a building block at one time. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly my point. So it's like for him to go through that type of change and still be able to wield that team as the leader, bro, I gotta put him as my 3rd.
Yeah.
That 1 and 2, either way you could say SGA or Luka or SGA. So yeah, that's how I see the top 3 with my MVP.
Okay.
Not mad at that 3-point guards. Hey.
Which is something we haven't seen.
Right.
Pretty much. It's been a while. Last couple of years, the big man dominated. You're right.
Steve Nash was a fraud.
Oh, man. He stole 1 MVP from Shaq.
He stole 2 MVPs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know who won the
stole 1.
Not the other
one. I said he stole 1. I say he got 1. Shaq gotta let that go.
Listen.
Come on.
He got cat. He got cat. And you know what? The thing that kills me about that whole Steve Nash thing, right? It kills me how people like to use this whole utilization metric and how much he had the ball in his hand and how his facilitating and the percentage of him either scoring or assisting to a score, right? But when you think about it, is 18 points really moving you? Because it's not moving me.
No.
And then on top of that, like, did he even break 10 assists either one of those seasons?
All right. Well, we got the results of the NoMaam's Fantasy Sports podcast poll for the evening. Where does KD play next year? 50% in Chicago, 29% Miami, 11% the Gulag.
Oh, shout out to the Gulag, baby.
7% Minnesota and 4% OKC. So shout out to the NoMaam Nation showing up.
Shout out to the NoMaam
Mitch,
Nation.
I appreciate you doing that math too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I did good, didn't I?
It's logistics. It's the logistics, baby.
It's the logistics of it all. All right. So let's shift our energy.
Yeah.
Let's shift our energy now, right?
Right.
So here's the thing. And I want to say this, so the casuals out there don't get all mad at me for saying what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
Because I know you guys understand this. The draft was great, right? A lot of teams got filled their needs with the players that they need. Not Atlanta. Sorry, we're going to continue this at some point this evening. We'll go back to because Drew held a live before on TikTok before we went live on Twitch tonight, and we were talking to a very delusional young man. Actually, shout out to my man Jordan. You know what? Your dad was on my podcast, so shout out to Jordan. But you're delusional. So if you're listening, I mean that respectfully. If you're not listening, go fuck yourself.
Hey.
But anyway, we have to temper expectations, right? Like even if we had a good draft, potentially it's about the execution, about the position that they're in. And I always look about what everyone else in that division did. For example, and I'm just saying this because I am going to go on the record and saying that I think they're going to have a way better season than they did last year. But the Carolina Panthers.
Why?
I thought they had a good draft, not a great draft. They had a very good draft. But they had a good off season, right? They paid $60 billion for two guys to protect Bryce Young. We'll see how that works out. Whatever the case may be. It's what did everyone else around them do? What else did everyone around them do?
The screw face.
I don't think really much.
I think Tampa and New Orleans had some really good drafts.
Tampa had a good draft, but we got to see it pan out.
I think New Orleans had a good draft too. I think you get Kool-Aid in the second round. You get the tackle you need in the first round. That's two starters off gate they got.
No, I know, but I said it last week during the draft. I'm not big on Kool-Aid, man.
Still doesn't. As far as the Saints go, it still doesn't fix their issue. Like I'm sorry to say this, but I've never been big on the Carr family. Like Derek Carr. I mean, granted, he's better than his brother, but those types of passes that he was missing to a guy like Chris Olave, granted he was a rookie, he's young, but you're the quarterback, bro. The play comes into you. So if you're making these plays, if you're practicing these plays in the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, come Sunday, what's the gap? Like what's causing you to overthrow and he has an option route of playing the short? Like I don't understand it. You go through film, you go through tape, you go through all of your progressions. Where is the shit missing? I just don't get it.
I'm just saying what their team still is still a solid defense, still a better offense than most we got in this division, just to be honest. And still, I don't like the coach. Coach sucks.
Yeah, too.
In fact, they ain't fired Dennis Allen. I don't know, but I think Tampa had the better draft. New Orleans is second. Of course, Atlanta still. We could talk about Atlanta in that first pick, but they still got 4 contributor defensive linemen like they should have gotten the first round. But they got 4 of them after that was solid. And then, like I said, my Panthers, pretty much is the plan for the whole season. The biggest addition we had is Dave Canales. Hopefully, it's Dave Canales. The players we got, the whole mission was fix Bryce. Get as much as you can to figure out what the fuck we got in Bryce. That's it. That's all I care about this season. We can win 4 games. If Bryce has 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, I'm fucking happy. That's all I care about. If they plan works. You defund the defense, and you find out what the hell you got in Bryce. That's it. Don't care about anything else.
I think they're going to be better than you think.
I do too.
Offensively are better, which, and starting with the O line, I think that's going. If you keep Bryce up, you get, for what Thielen gave you. I think what's the dude from the Steelers they got? Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson
is a younger upgrade in that. Maybe
fantasy wise, I'm telling everybody that's going to be the guy who catches most of the pass.
Yeah, so that's an upgrade there. Look at you got a rookie receiver, so maybe some growing pains there.
Yeah, that's rookie.
So
love the tight end. That's the best. That's the best pick.
Yeah.
The tight end. Saunders, love that.
A lot of potential.
That kid could be Eric Ebron, Isaiah Likely.
Eric, no, listen, please don't bring up that fraud, Eric Ebron, bro. He was cheeks. He was cheeks. Atlanta strip club. Cheeks, clapping everywhere, bro. He was king of it.
But Isaiah Likely type, so I like that. Keep going, Wes.
No, like I said, I think that offensively they're going to be better than you think, because I think the weapons are going to allow Bryce to be more comfortable, and just like I don't even know if Bryce was consistently giving me 200 yards a week, right? Because we were struggling with that. And I think he's going to consistently get that, which is going to make the offense better. Like, I know we lost a lot of defensive pieces, so we're going to have to put a lot more pressure on the offense to score, because I don't know if the defense is going to be stopping too many people.
Defense will stop the run. I don't know. They got. I'm telling you right now, they need to have Stephon Gilmore right now on that downtown, because they got no cornerbacks other than JC, and we know JC gonna get hurt. So
they did re him up, but he
might get hurt. So I don't think they're gonna have the pass rush they had last year, because they signed a bunch of guys, but other than Jadavian, which he only looks good in great systems. So I don't know.
Hey, so real quick, we're gonna take a commercial break, but before we go to our commercial break, to the two delusional people in the chat, Rai and your little leprechaun friend JC, you guys are in second place and third place respectively. We're tied for first place. That's why the Yankees clear your stupid asses. So with that said, please enjoy the ad break that we're about to play.
Nice.
Shout out to the Bears for drafting a punter. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate you kindly, sir.
You know y'all still had a great draft, right? You can say whatever you want.
Listen.
Atlanta helped them out, dude, because getting Rome was beautiful for the Bears.
So you know why I was and I mentioned I said it when we were talking one night. Rome fits the scheme of what they're looking for, right? You do not have a deep guy anymore in that locker room. So you need a deep guy. The deep guy who they were going for, who we drafted, I want to say 2 years ago in Velus Jones, his biggest issue was hands. He had no hands. Right. So going and getting a guy like Rome, who you could play over the top, you can play him across the middle, right? And he still has that good catch radius. He just fit. And I didn't think Atlanta was going for a receiver with picking up. You got Mooney from us.
They got Mooney,
right? Who was pretty much going to be their slot guy. Mooney played out of position over in when he played in Chicago. They were using him as the deep guy. He just couldn't keep the separation up the sideline. That was his problem. But with that being said, I didn't see another receiver going into that room. They had already drafted a guy 2 years earlier. So it was like, why go get another receiver? And then you got Kyle Pitts. Like, I think the benefit of Cousins being in that locker room as the quarterback is he is going to use Kyle Pitts in a spacing where like I think we're not going to see Kyle Pitts on the line as a down guy anymore. If he is on that edge, he's going to be standing up. He's going to be split into the slot. Possibly even see him lined up one-on-one like we saw him in college, one-on-one on the short side or on the wide side, and just let him abuse these small corners and hope that the double team comes over the top. But yeah, like, and then going to Carolina, bro, like, I think Carolina, Philly, Washington, I'm forgetting a couple other teams. I think postseason signing, like free agent and draft, like Carolina had one of the best. I'll say A- for both combined.
Yeah.
Free agent signing and draft, bro. Like,
I cautiously optimistic. I'm glad y'all said that, but don't be fooled. So
so you're like me when it comes to Caleb. To your team then, right? See, look, we agree on something.
I'm not.
We agree. Look at that.
I'm sorry. I think Caleb is generational. I think he's a generational talent, and I think you selling this short. I think your team has built a team for a rookie quarterback. Jesus Christ, to come into that situation, that's beautiful as hell. I think y'all done the right thing. I think Ryan Poles has only made 2 mistakes this offseason. Not getting not getting the value for Justin Fields and keeping Eberflus. And keeping that being coach.
I totally forgot about keeping Eberflus.
And keeping Eberflus. That's the 2. Other than that dude's been batting 80%. He's killing it out there. He's killing it as what's coming. Now, hey, Wes, on the show, when we were on the draft show, I was like, when the quarterbacks got taken like that, I was like, oh my God. Why they do Vegas like that? Why they do Vegas like that? And then y'all took Bowers. I was like, they got Michael Myers last year. Michael Mayer last year. Pretty good. Okay, so y'all gonna go with 2 of them. I know Drew likes Gardner Minshew. I got a little trust in. Yeah, I don't trust Gardner Minshew for shit. So I think that's some. And then in the division y'all in, God, when y'all got to face Herbert, I don't think Bo Nix is. You gonna like Bo Nix, but I don't think Bo Nix is shit. But Herbert and the greatest of all time.
Listen.
God, that's a horrible little matchup when they put them quarterback comparisons.
Well, so let me
hold on, Reese. No, hold on, Mitch.
Right.
But listen, Herbert ain't got no weapons. So I get it. He gonna be the best quarterback when we play him, but they ain't got no weapons. So I look at it as the only team my Raiders got to worry about is the Chiefs for one day to champ. Herbert, Harbaugh, this man, they got no receivers and no running back. So
and they draft Ladd.
Okay, you got rookies. Okay, you got rookies.
I like Ladd. I like Ladd.
All right. All right, but again, they got nothing. Denver, Sean Payton ain't got nothing. He remember he got Russ, so whatever. And I look at it as okay. Now we're at least on the even playing field with them other 2 teams. Now, like I said, I got hesitations on Minshew too, but I'm praying he's got to be better than Jimmy G. He's got to be, and I'm like,
I don't know if he's Jimmy G.
All right, but if not, I know what I got in Aiden, and I know where Aiden O'Connell is, and like I can't front on it. Aiden won games for us. He didn't do much to do it, but he won games.
I mean, so, why in the second or third round did y'all didn't even look at Spencer Rattler? Oh, I think it's more talented than both of them guys.
No, because like I said, because to me, I don't think they look at Spencer Rattler as an upgrade at the quarterback. Like I think once they lost on Penix, they were done. Like they had 2 people in mind, Daniels and Penix. I don't think they wanted McCarthy. I know they didn't want Bo Nix, and they didn't have enough to move up to the top 3. So, like I said, when Penix was off the board at 8, I basically had to pull the car over because I already knew that's what the Raiders were going to do. So, and then, like I said, once they moved to Bowers, I was like, okay, let me sleep on this. I think it could work, but I'm like, I still don't have a quarterback. So, but then I'm looking at it as like, okay, I got a defensive coach. He already got the piece he want in Christian Wilkinson on the defense to cause havoc. So defensively, I already know we're going to cause problems in the division. We just need a cornerback to sign, and they're going to go pick up one of the vets that we've already been mentioned on the show with Howard, or the one that the Panthers want. Like, they're going to sign a vet cornerback to put in that backfield. So, like I said, it may not look good. Like, it sucked I couldn't get Penix because that's what I wanted. But like I said, you guys going to be lying if you telling me that you're not going to take Brock Byers because Michael Mayer's there. Are you kidding me? We've been watching Brock.
It's not the same. Hold on. It's not the same as Atlanta taking Penix with having Kirk Cousins.
It's good.
With them taking, another tight end. But Reese, I want to ask you this: why don't you like Bo Nix?
He's Carr. He's Carr. I think he's a mid quarterback.
He's what?
I think he's a mid quarterback.
He's what?
I think
he's mid quarterback. Okay, you're an Oregon fan, so you're gonna go and bounce off that offense.
Yo, but I put my bias. And listen, Mitch knows this. Jared knows this. Everybody else that in here knows. I put my bias aside when it comes to. I do.
Do not.
I strongly do.
Do not. You're gonna talk about all the stuff he did. That dude threw more slants, more little screens in that offense than I've seen any other quarterback. That's how he built up his numbers.
You watch Pac-12 games. You watch Pac-12 games. You watch Pac-12 games. And I'm not talking. I listen. I'm not talking about what's only televised on ESPN, bro. I'm talking about watching an actual Pac-12, like an off-market Pac-12 game.
I've watched Pac-12 games.
You're bugging. I know. You're full of cap.
You know he's bugging.
Yo, you're full of cap. Like your head pause. Your head pause is like full of that cap that you have on your head because you're lying right now, bro.
I watch Washington. I watch that because we play on the Rose Bowl every year, so I watch the Pac-12. Yes, I do. I watch UCLA. I watch USC. I watch all that. Yes.
All right. So what's the difference between Penix and JJ then? I'm just questioning.
Penix is a better quarterback. First of all,
you think Penix is a better quarterback than JJ?
Yes.
So then why is it a bad move then?
What's the bad move? Penix?
Yeah.
He's not playing.
He already had a quarterback. You paid a quarterback $100 million. He's on the thing. Okay. That's it.
No, I'm sorry, not Penix. I'm sorry. I meant, let me slow down. I meant Nix. Who's better, JJ or Nix?
I would go with JJ. JJ's younger. I would go with JJ.
Don't they throw the same pass? I mean,
stop smoking the fart dust, bro.
That man just laughed. But hey, I would go with JJ. Most of the league would go with JJ. Nobody. Dude, they're laughing at the Bo Nix pick. They were sitting there like that.
No,
crazy.
they were not.
Yes,
no, they were not. No,
how many
listen.
stories?
Listen,
how many articles?
I don't know what I don't. Yo, listen. Whatever sports network you're listening to and watching and reading, bro, you need to change it.
I know you need to get out of the Oregon or the Denver radio that you got going. You got a satellite radio where you just.
I'm not. Yo, listen. Joe Klatt is probably one of very few quarterback guys that I listen to when it comes to talking college guys going into the NFL. I trust him over Mel Kiper. I trust him over the other guy that's at Fox. I trust him over homeboy that used to be a quarterback that's on with CBS.
Chris
Sims. I trust him over. Yeah, I trust him.
Right.
You trust him over everybody. So you trust Joe Klatt over everybody.
When it comes to
have Bo Nix ranked in this draft class?
Joe, he had him ranked top 5. He had him ranked over JJ.
Okay. I'm gonna look it up because you just say that. We're gonna look up Joe Klatt's ranking, quarterback ranking. Because you tripping.
Hey, we'll leave it up to the nation. I just put a poll out there. Who's gonna have a better NFL career, Bo Nix or JJ McCarthy?
JJ, he got
the better weapon.
Hey, just go vote. Just go vote. Just go vote.
I'm going to
JJ. Got silent. He can go and vote. So JJ can have a better career because of the situation he's in.
He did in college, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But you're only basing that because he won a championship, though. That's the foundation of your. It's not like he. It's not. But it's not like he. It's not like he let. But we went over that. That if you're using that as a metric, then you have to take damn near 30%. And I know I'm overshadowing the numbers, but you got to take 30%. You got to take Caleb Williams off. You got to take Penix off. You got to take Jaden Daniels off. That's the top three right there. You got to take Drake May off as well. Like but these are guys.
Drake May's been in North Carolina his whole life. What are you talking about?
My man, and only played how many games?
Who?
How many games did he play for North Carolina?
Drake May?
How many? That's what I just said.
2-3 years.
How many games did he play?
How many games
did he start?
2-3 years. He was been there for 2 years, bro.
Yeah. How many games?
About that?
Bro, like to say like the age thing, one is just really obnoxious because we had COVID. COVID threw a wrench in every college player's career. And on top of throwing a wrench into it, it gave them an extra year of eligibility.
Okay.
And name me a kid that was going to say, you know what, I missed a whole season of eligibility and I'm going to go in. No, I'm going to take this free year.
Drake May had 30 starts.
30 starts. 30 starts. 30 starts. That's 2 years. That's 2 years. Compare the numbers. Compare the numbers of the last 2 years.
Drew, explain the difference between Bo Nix and Kenny Pickett.
Bo Nix is not inconsistent. Bo Nix wasn't carried by a running back. Bo Nix is not his
What running back did Kenny Pickett have on that team? Well, wait. On
that Pittsburgh team?
Not Pittsburgh. I'm talking Pitt. The Pitt team. Yes. What running back? Yeah. He had Addison that 1 year. That's the weapon he had.
And wasn't Addison part of the offense at just as much as he was?
Okay, and how many players in Oregon just got drafted this year? All the weapons that he had this year? How many got drafted? The running back got drafted.
Bucky Irving, Troy Franklin. Okay, and what are you saying? What's your point?
The same argument you just made against Kenny Pickett. I'm throwing it right back at you.
I said he got carried by. No. You're not making my point. My point was that he got carried by a running back. Bo Nix didn't get carried by a running back. Bucky Irving was
that Pitt. What running back was that Pitt, bro? Stop.
You're talking. You're trying, and this is what you need not to do. You're trying to validate your point by saying what pick was he like. That has nothing to do with it. We're talking about player for player. Kenny Pickett, in no margin in his college career. I don't care if he stayed there his entire career. Was not better than anything Bo Nix did in his last 2 years in Oregon.
We're gonna pull up the numbers. You say he ain't doing.
You can say Kenny's last year to Bo's last year. Put those two numbers together and tell me if.
Hold on. Who did you want? Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, his last college year, and Kenny Pickett's last college year. Like that he threw for what? How many yards did he throw for last year? And I saw it was crazy. And I saw it. How many the yards he threw for?
So last year, 2023, Bo Nix threw for 4,508 yards, 77.4 completion rate, 45 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, with a QBR of 146.8.
Kenny Pickett last year.
Hold on, not last year. He was his last year in college.
Yeah, this Kenny Pickett last year in college.
Hold on. Stats. What is that?
67.2% quarterback percentage, 4,319 yards. He threw for 8.7 yards per average, 42 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
Comparable numbers. Right there. Both of them comparable. What are we talking about?
But you're saying that he's better. He's not better.
I didn't say he was better. I said they were comparable. No, and there you go, Drew. I said they're comparable. That's why I said, what's the difference? And that's why I don't like Bo Nix, because it's that last year of popping up numbers.
It wasn't just 1 year though. It wasn't just 1 year.
Oh,
the year before that, he was good too.
What, 27 touchdowns? What 10, 11 interceptions?
10 interceptions, 11 interceptions. Those are good college numbers. I don't know what you're thinking.
Well, those are. But okay, wait. We just had this discussion a week ago. Caleb Williams put up 30 and something. You say that's a bad college year.
No, I didn't say that was a bad college year for him. That was his Heisman year. What are you talking about?
No, this year.
The drop off from his Heisman year to this year was bad. Was it not?
30.
Was it? Answer the question. You're on the spot, sir.
He also lost weapons. So yeah, we said drop off. He lost Mario Addison.
I take your answer as what it was. Like, yo, listen.
Yeah,
the point in the matter is the
Bengals.
The drop off. There was a drop off.
He lost weapons.
You went from being the number one, like you went from being the certified number one quarterback in college, where they said he was going to win the Heisman again. At the end of the year, he was barely scraping, and let's just be honest with you, they were giving him that spot at 5 and 4 in the Heisman argument.
And it's because he lost more weapons and more teammates the year before. Came back and tried to carry a team by himself on a worse team. But we don't put credit by that.
Well, because he didn't do good. He didn't have a Heisman that season. Anyway, moving on from those guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to Snow. What's up, Snow? Thanks for joining us. And we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, man. Install stuff. Reinstall Zoom.
Updates. I mean, you're in the
Cam
matrix.
wasn't working. I was like,
whoa, pause. His hand wasn't working.
No, I said Cam, man. You know.
Oh, Cam, my bad.
Video Cam.
Nah,
you know, I wasn't on page 76 today, you know.
Yeah. Hey, shit. Hey, I want to argue with Mitch.
Of course we do.
I want to argue with Mitch. I think your team had a very good draft. And I think you have a Tyler Boyd, somebody who's going to replace Tyler Boyd day one, and Jermaine Burton. I think he's talented.
I like
he's
that.
He's going to replace Tyler Boyd.
Okay, the point I won't argue with you with is I agree. Okay?
Thank you.
He's talented. Hold on, though. However, two things work against him. He has a few off the field concerns. Okay.
It's Cincinnati.
We also got Andre Yoshi. And Yoshi played good last year. You can't listen, I'm sorry. I don't mean any disrespect by this, but you cannot shake your head to that shit because Burton has not played one game in the NFL. He has not got hit. Hold on. He has not got hit over the middle by a 275-pound lineman or linebacker that just eats dirt all day for lunch. So until those guys do something, to me, he has to prove it in practice. He has to prove it in the offseason that he can take a hit and keep on going, right? What's gonna I think test for him is he will play in the preseason, right? If he gets I told you, and I'm gonna use a weird comparison. I'm gonna give you a weird comparison.
Did Mitch have an aneurysm?
No, what are you talking about? Did he say did Mitch have an aneurysm?
Nah, it's your Wi-Fi. You frozen.
Yeah, man, you frozen, bro. I'm gonna compare him until Dr. Freeze unfreezes.
Damn. Truck stop Wi-Fi is crazy.
Yeah, the truck stop hotspot came out on him.
Okay, he's back.
There he goes. Listen.
Wait. Mitch had an aneurysm on me.
No, the internet had the aneurysm.
It was me.
Oh, yeah. You had an aneurysm. Listen.
Yeah, man. Yo, you like you were stuck thinking.
So, Reese, you remember last year? In preseason, I went to one of the games, and I told you what impressed me about Bryce was he got hammer-steined, and then he got right back up, right? Showed he's tough.
Baby bones, man.
If Jermaine goes out there and catches up, say a slant over the middle and gets pulverized and gets back up like nothing happened and continues to play well, sure, because he is a great talent. The kid is a good talent.
You see how bad just your argument is that okay, just because he ain't played football, we can't project, this guy to be what we think he is. I'm just saying it's just a projection at this point.
No,
and I'm just saying
but you're saying to take over Tyler Boyd's spot. I think that's Andre Yoshi's job right now.
I'm telling you, I think Jermaine Burton's going to beat him out. I'm just saying.
Okay, I mean, and that's fair.
I'm saying. I give you a description. This is a kid on that Georgia team that had George Pickens, Larry Conti, Brock Bowers was second in receptions on that Georgia team that won a national championship. Was second. Well, he's that good. Like, he is that good. He has the off the field issue. You are totally right. But he is that good. I'm telling y'all got to steal.
Let me see something real quick.
Ravens is funny as hell.
Oh no, Ravens had a great draft. God, the whole
first of all, Jermaine Burton went to Alabama, sir.
No, he was in Georgia for a little bit too, bro.
Yeah, but we put him from Alabama.
Oh no, he played for both. He played for both. Played for the national championship Georgia team. Then he went to Alabama with Bryce for 1 year.
I do like Chris Jenkins. We talked about him this afternoon. That's a good pickup for the Bengals.
I like Chris.
I think he'll get faster, as we talked about. He'll work out a little bit. I like the Sims pick. No, Mims pick. I'm sorry. I love the Mims pick.
I'm just a little worried about him. He's only played. He got hurt a lot.
But hear me out. The 8 games he played, he was still projected to go high. Just think if he would have played a whole season.
But that might worry you. 8 games. I'm just saying it worries.
No, it doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't. I love the tight end we got.
Eric All. I was just about to say that.
I'm about to say Eric All's a good pick.
The kid from Iowa. The kid was amazing. The kid's awesome. The center we got, loving him. And then we got a cornerback. Yeah, I'm okay with him. I'd say we got. I'd grade us an A. The biggest thing was protection for Joe. We got three guys on the line right now that are 6'8", 300 plus pounds, and we got a center that is 6'5", 280-ish. Whatever. Pause. We got some beef on the line. I'm happy.
I think the AFC North as general.
I said pause, Drew. I don't want to hear it. I said pause.
I think the AFC North in general got tough. I love the Ravens draft. I love the Steelers draft too.
Steelers had a good draft. Had a good draft.
Cleveland, but the other two,
Cleveland's booty. I'm telling you, Cleveland's booty cheeks, dude.
They didn't have the Deshaun trade. They didn't have.
I was about to say Cleveland don't got no picks.
Yeah, they didn't have no picks. Yeah. But the rest of y'all three, I think that was the best.
Hold on a second. Listen, you little midget Ravens. I am going to say Orlando Brown because Orlando Brown did good for us last year. He helped solidify that line. And Trent Brown, who only gave up 3 sacks last year, is going to be the other cornerstone. Listen, you punk-ass Ravens fan. Shit. Shut up.
Ravens had a tough draft. They had a really good draft.
You know what?
Ravens did have a really good draft.
The Ravens did have a very good draft. But speaking of our friend Ravens, we're live. And you know me, I'm a spontaneous kind of guy, right? That's what Mr. What Up Man does, because that's what we do for the No Man Fantasy Sports Podcast. Ravens. Next week, I'd like to cordially invite you onto the panel as a potential new job for you, my friend. We talked about it with Reese on the phone. Potentially sports desk. If you watched the draft episode last week, Ravens, our friend Ravens, I'm not going to call you by the other name that you have in the chat right now, because that's kind of gay, and I wouldn't do that. Shout out to the gay people, the alphabet community.
Shout out to the wow.
Shout out to the alphabet community, man. Listen, Ravens, you were fire last week, and with your commentary.
Hey, yo, he was on fire last week. That is crazy.
Okay.
That is nuts, yo.
You know, I didn't choose that word properly. You were very good in your analogies last week, and so we would like to invite you up. See how you gel. See what you're all about. Bring your A game.
Get out the dark room. That was real spooky.
Yeah, that was a little spooky.
Yeah, nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see
Thank you. Go to the TikTok shop and get you a ring light.
Yeah, get something done.
Get a ring light.
That was looking real weird, real creepy, like you were watching porn.
But
872 calling the police.
But see, listen, we you're part of the NoMaam family already, and so we'd love to have you up there. So we'll work out the logistics.
Who is Nelson?
They say he be so watching American football.
Oh, Nelson, Nelly. Shout out to Nelly.
Who is that?
One of my friends. He's been a loyal fan for quite a while.
Hey Nelly, you're a loser.
Been watching American football.
He's a Panther fan like you and a 49er. I know.
Okay, but then now I know he's a loser. A Panther and a 49er fan.
He does rep the Charlotte FC though.
Hey.
I don't care about it, so you can lose that too.
Hey, if you've never been to you need to go to an FC game.
Man, I would rather.
That shit is fun, dude.
I'd rather go get a colostomy. Okay. I'd rather go get that done. Yeah.
Whoa. Did that sound like? Yeah, I don't even want to. Drew, I'm not even going to touch that. I'm not even going to touch it, bro.
Leave it alone.
No,
wow.
Yeah, that's bad.
That was crazy.
Watch soccer, okay?
Moving on to the next thing.
Next
team. Next team.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
What does Snow think about the Panthers? What does Snow think?
Hold on. Listen, hold on, real quick. I'll get to him in a second. 100%. The poll is in, and 100%. Bo Nix will have a better NFL career than JJ McCarthy. That's what the chat. It's the chat. It's the chat, Reese. It's not me.
Oh, if they feel that way, we'll see.
It's the chat. Thank you, chat. Appreciate you.
This coach could be fired in 2 years, but we'll see.
Kelly had a question. A colostomy?
A colonoscopy. Sorry, Kelly. God damn.
That's pooping in an essay bag.
Colostomy bag. Colonoscopy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, to each his own. Listen, we're not here to judge you. We're here to support you. That's the reason we support each other. Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Next.
Twitch, YouTube is the NoMaam Fantasy Sports Podcast. You never know what the fuck's going to happen on here. I'm just being honest with you. But moving on.
We keyed
So Snow, Reese has a question for you.
What I think about the Panthers draft?
Yeah. Go ahead, Snow.
It made sense. You know,
it makes sense. That's
like they go up from 33 to 32. Didn't give up anything just to get that 5th-year option. They got their tight end. Like we had a lot of holes coming to the draft, so
we got that 2nd-round pick.
Yep, and I think Dan Morgan kind of recouped all the stuff that he gave or that Fitter gave up. So I think it's a fresh start. Nothing's too flashy, and it's a great like middle ground. So now we can actually start doing stuff.
Do you think Dan this year is Dan saying I'm cleaning up all of Fitter's mess? That this year. That's all this was.
Yep.
I'm cleaning up everything Fitter did.
Okay. So I mean, again, so can they not make a move in that division? The division's trash, dude.
No.
Who's that?
That's
that's Xavier.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you talk to him. He say, hey, man, you know what I'm talking about.
Yo, that dude's huge, yo.
He a big boy.
Oh yeah,
Play. Presume.
Wait, who is this guy? Who's the guy?
That's our number 1 pick.
Oh, damn. All right. There you go.
So, Snow, can I ask you this?
Yep.
Do you think Carolina needed to have a big explosive draft to make them successful this coming season? Or do you think this draft, being the way you said it is enough to help them do something like possibly contend and win that division?
No, I don't think they needed to do like have a flashy draft at all. I think most of the issues were internal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's I know like it's not a soccer podcast or anything, but
soccer it up,
similar
man.
to what Charlotte FC coach did this year was he was like, all right, you're a defender, right? Yeah, you're going to defend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Small things. Hey, Bryce, we're gonna hand the ball off a little bit more this year.
Yes, we are.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna light the pressure up on whatever. We're gonna start you at ground zero.
Pretty much.
All right. We should get some solid wide receivers. So basically, the guy that we drafted in Mingo, they're wide receiver 3 and 4. Let them develop. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Everything makes sense. So what was the issue coming into the season? Guard play. What do we do? Get the best guards we can get. It makes sense. It's nothing special. You know what? I need gas in my car. I'm about to go to the gas station.
Exactly.
That's it. Nothing flashy. We'll do flashy stuff in next year or 2 years down the road. But right now, I ain't got no power. Go pay your power bill.
Hey, Snow, what I was trying to say, the main mission was
Did you tell me on
what you got in Bryce? What you got in Bryce, right?
Say it again.
The main mission was find out what we got in Bryce.
Facts. Yep. And then if we need to move on later, we can. At the same time, we had all these defensive players, and they said they were a great defense, and all that great defense got us with 2 wins. And yeah.
So can I say something to that and just have or comment on that? So you're only giving Bryce 2 years to show up? Like you were not giving him more time?
Oh, yeah. After that first season, it has to be. You have to do something. Now, I'm not saying.
Are you saying that the first season was his fault?
No, I'm not saying it's his fault, but at the same time,
how bad it was, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's how bad it is, and then the optics, right?
Right.
The fact that everybody wanted Stroud, and you as the owner wanted Bryce, and then you stuck with that GM. Now you let Dan Morgan come in, and if Dan Morgan does everything right, but we still see iffy stuff with Bryce, Bryce is the only guy that's a part of the piece that he didn't pick.
Right.
So if you're saying if I got A in my grades, and then I got an F because this dude over here in the group project.
Well, so I'm going to pose a question to the non-Panther fans on the podcast because I don't want any bias in here at all. I'm not saying you guys are biased, but I'm saying you guys are biased. So to Drew and Wes, so is it me or is just I get what Snow was saying about the fans wanted CJ, but the owner wanted Bryce, right? But I contribute CJ's success to the situation he was put in.
He kind of carried that situation, but that's that.
Hold on, no, I agree. Hold on. I'll get back to you. I agree with you. I agree with that. So let's put a pin in that because I 100% agree with you. But Drew, you were shaking your head. Yes. Can you give me your take on that?
So I agree with that, and I agree with what Reese said. He did carry that situation, but I think about it in the sense of like you teach someone how to fish, right? And they can feed themselves, right? But if you don't give them the fishing rod to be able to fish, what are they really like? They still need the fishing rod. It's a component, right? Bryce was missing, of course. And like I've said this before, like a quarterback needs an O-line, a decent O-line, especially a rookie quarterback, because that translation in NFL speed to college speed is so different. So he didn't have that. And I don't hold a lot of it against him. There were some mistakes that he made. I credit those mistakes to him. However, the season going the way, like that downward spiral that it went, a lot of those losses, that I put that on ownership. I put that on management. I put that on some coaching. So I think I don't think I can't chalk this season up to him. Second year now, some changes are being made. Some things are happening differently. We'll see where it goes from there. I can evaluate second season.
I agree with you. I agree.
Okay. So Wes, you sentiment that?
Yeah, I just to wrap it up, I think the Panthers need to raise their floor because their floor dropped so low last year with all the mistakes internally and the way the roster was set up for Bryce.
That's a good thing.
And I think they did that by improving the line, a little bit better weapons. So I'm not going to give up on Bryce, but I wanted to see improvement with the changes that Dan is doing. So that's why I think they're going to be better than most people think. I just got to see how the defensive impact hurts them because, like last year, for Panthers were in game for defense, not because of offense, and now they're going to have to be in games because of offense because there ain't nobody on the defense. So it's like, okay, I want y'all to be better. I expect y'all to be better, but y'all got to be better differently.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of have to see that.
All right, so let's go through this. No, I'll start with you. Who had the best, in your opinion, one team right now, best draft?
No, I'll say Chicago. Oh, he said, never mind.
Don't do that.
I mean, okay. I have a question before I answer that.
Whoa, that's controversial.
So, are we just talking about from the 3 draft days, or the draft picks that they gave up to get players? Like, for example, the Bears did give up a 4th, I believe, to get Keenan Allen for this year.
I would say this, even to spice it up a little bit more. In your opinion, and who had the best draft based on their needs and their chances for success going into next year?
And the players they pick.
With the players yes. Good call, Reese.
A quick thing right now I can think about. I have to go with the Bears.
So okay?
Just because they need a quarterback, they got a quarterback. And they got a top wide receiver. So you have longevity for wide receivers to come, right? So Keenan Allen is getting up there in age. You got DJ Moore who's in the middle, and then you got Rome who's starting off. Yep. Later on, Keenan Allen goes, you get another wide receiver. So, and then those are all tools that they should have had when they got Justin Fields.
And nobody talks about the pass rusher they got, Booker.
Booker.
Booker's a beast.
He's going to be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Put him on the side. Booker. They had a good draft.
I do like Booker. Yeah. All right, Reese, who's yours?
I got, of course, I'm going to give 3. I got 3. Philly, because I think they just built
pay for those.
Philly just rebuilt their secondary in one offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And one time, they pretty much got 2 of the best cornerbacks in the league at that one. The Ravens to, good God, Nate Wiggins and TJ Tampa.
Disgusting.
Disgusting what they did. Then they got Tez Walker, wide receiver out of North Carolina, big 6'3" down the field speed threat to go with what they already had with Zay and what's it called to get Lamar more weapons. And then they got the Ronnie Stanley, a guy who's going to be a tackle. So now they're protecting him too. So, and the defense is already going to be good. So that's just great. And then shout out to the Commanders. Jesus Christ. Shout out to the Commanders. You get your quarterback, wide receiver. Dude, the fact that Josh Netwood dropped into the second round and you get the best defensive tackle when you got 2 of the best defensive tackles in the game already on the team. It's crazy.
Just about to say that.
It's crazy. Hey, dude, Adam Peterson, that new GM, I give him and Ryan Poles. They've been on fire this offseason. So the Commanders, Philly, and the Ravens.
All right, Mr. James.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Chicago. Like, I'm gonna piggyback what Lee said, that rarely do you get a number one pick quarterback walking into all that talent that's already built for him.
And West, they need a generational talent. So you get that.
I didn't want to use your word.
Yeah.
I wanted to use a generational talent for my tight end that we drafted, but I'm going to leave that for you. But I just like this. Like, if you look at it, they got Keenan Allen, Adunzie, and DJ Moore, like
Cole Kmet and Swift.
And Swift, like the offensive weaponry, like I got to look at it like, okay, are y'all ready for Detroit and Green Bay? Like I got to look at it, because if you start comparing offenses, I'm like, Chicago can bring their offense to the table with these teams. Now you got a rookie quarterback that's at the helm, and I know how Drew feels about it. And I'm like, Drew, you got to see this. Like, there's a lot of potential here.
There is. My thing is the margin of error. That is my concern. I think the margin of error is too large. But listen,
there's a lot of stuff that can work out well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. I mean, I definitely think the reward is going to be potentially very good.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Chicago felt so good about this draft. They drafted a punter in the fourth round. They got and you know what?
That's typical Chicago shit.
Oh, he's a beast too, dude.
That's typical. That's typical Chicago stuff. That's typical. That's typical Chicago stuff. Fourth pick. Fourth round. Yeah, let's go for a punter. Let's go for a
punter.
That kid's a beast.
No, he is. He got a boot.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna mess up what was just magic right there with you guys picking. The one team I'm gonna give honorable mention, who I think addressed needs, and I think got better, is going to be the LA Rams, man.
Don't pick my damn it.
Me and you, same wavelength, sir. Sorry. All right, now I'll give the microphone to you then. Now,
nah, you got.
No, I just said the Rams. I'm not going to say they replaced Aaron Donald, because obviously it's.
I mean, so I'm going to loosely throw that term out and say that they replaced him with two able bodies, right? I think about that first pick. First of all, getting a guy like Joe Alt,
right,
who is truly a generational talent. This guy is all of 6'8", maybe 6'9", and has these.
Chargers, right?
He said the Chargers.
My bad. The Chargers. Excuse me. I meant the Chargers. Excuse me. Chargers. Yeah. All right, because you said the Rams, so I'm going to Chargers. Getting a guy like Joe Alt at 5 locks up that opposite side that you needed to protect Herbert with, and then I know a lot of people aren't high on Ladd McConkey, but they also had a receiver issue, right? You get a guy like Ladd McConkey who can
possession. He's a possession guy.
He's a possession guy, right?
Yeah.
Now you can make. Yeah, he can get open all the time. And as much as people don't like talking about Herbert and say that he's a bust and say he's this, he's that, the guy can throw the ball. He can throw the ball. He can throw the ball well with 9 fingers. Let's not forget that, right? And then I think shoring up the defensive end with a middle linebacker like Colson, right? You got your head coach has his middle linebacker from college that he was just coaching. That kid is a plug. A gap, B gap, C gap, and his reading from left to right it's a scud missile coming downhill. So I think those 3 picks right there at the top order, and then just filling in everything else that they filled in throughout the draft, they had a solid A draft for me.
Okay.
Gonna whoop the Chargers' ass.
Hey, Mitch.
Yo.
Got some can we go on the fantasy side? Because I got a couple questions.
And that's what I was just gonna go before we left for the night. So now with all this that we just said, we just spent a good hour and 10 minutes talking about draft pick this and this guy that and who's going to be that. This is a fantasy show first and foremost, right? This is how we make our bread and butter. This gets us through the season. I'm going to ask you, and I'll go down the line. We do it quick. Give me the quarterback that you think starts day one and could be a fantasy, a sneaky fantasy pick quarterback. But you know what? Just anybody. Anyone on the offensive side of the ball.
Thank you.
Starting day one, a rookie that you would now. Let me temper this by saying, everyone thought Bijan Robinson should have been picked in the first fucking round last year is addicted to crack cocaine.
That's not his fault.
That's more on that coach, yo.
That wasn't Bijan's fault. No, it wasn't Bijan's fault. That was the idiots on Yahoo and fucking ESPN and shit.
No, it was his coach. There was no reason he shouldn't have got the ball more.
No. You're missing my point. What I'm saying is, I still don't think any rookie like that goes in the first round.
Oh, I might have one for you.
Okay. Well, then I'll let you go first then.
Go for Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. I might have Marvin Harrison Jr. over Devontae Adams. Yeah. I might. He might be top. God, I want to say top 5 receiver. God, he might be.
Do me a favor. Do this right now. Do this right now,
bro.
I want to see if you got a fever,
bro.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Think about the situation. Think about that. Who else is getting the ball?
It doesn't matter, dude. We're still talking Devontae. Besides the catch, receiving. What am I saying? Completion, not completions. Catches, yes. Yards after carry and touchdowns. That's going to Devontae. He'll round it up.
The quarterback play comes a part of it too, though.
Thank you. Get him, Snow.
Because the thing is, I think.
Yeah, but Snow. I mean, either Minshew's serviceable, going to throw the ball to Devontae, and if Conan O'Brien comes back in the game, they got a good connection. So,
not Kyler, man. He's not Kyler. And then there's still.
I didn't say Kyler. I said Conan O'Brien.
I'm saying there's still other mouths to feed in that offense. You still got the 2 tight ends now. You still got Jacoby Myers. What else is in Arizona right now, except for the running backs?
It's Kyler.
They got a short tight end over there.
Yeah, they got Trey McBride.
Right.
Trey McBride.
I'm sorry. I'm not sold on Kyler Murray. I never have been, and I never will be.
No, he's got a valid point because Hollywood is in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'm saying, who else is there, man? That dude's gonna catch.
But
and I'm saying he's better than. Hey,
right. So who else are they going to cover? Who else are they going to care about covering? He's going to catch several teams.
To Mitch's point, like Kyler is a 2-read guy, so we all know that he's looking off that first read very quickly, and if McBride is his first read, and he's looking at, and then he takes a peek over at Marvin. And it even appears that it looks like a double coverage. He's out the back door.
Well, or he's sort of to James Conner in the flat.
No, he's not doing that because he don't trust James Conner in the flat.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. We've seen this before. I don't think I'll give him credit. When he had Devontae D-Hop. When he had D-Hop, D-Hop put up great numbers fantasy-wise.
He did.
So now you're giving him a younger version of D-Hop that's faster and bigger? Yo.
He's not bigger than D-Hop.
Yes, he is. He's 6'4". He's 6'4", 212. That boy bigger.
How much?
And faster.
How tall is D-Hop? Ain't D-Hop like 6'5"?
6'2". No, D-Hop is 6'2", 6'1".
Shit.
Let's see.
But regardless, it goes back to my point what I made earlier, Reese. You haven't played in the NFL yet.
Oh yeah, D-Hop is only 6'1".
It's crazy.
Yeah, he only 6'1". This boy is 6'4".
Yeah, he plays tall.
Yeah, he does.
This boy's a big boy.
But so I think Ravens also I think that's what he may have meant is Hopkins also did bail out Murray a lot too.
And and Marvin will do the same. Dude, y'all just ain't.
No, we're not. We're not. It's not. We're not. I'm not. What you're saying makes sense, but to say he's going to be better than Devontae in fantasy,
Devontae,
draft him over Devontae. I just said I might draft him. I do. I'm telling you right now. I still think Justin Jefferson's going to be good, but I don't know if he's my number one receiver right now. Because he got Sam Darnold, who destroys wide receiver value.
he got potentially JJ.
No, they got your boy JJ.
JJ ain't ready.
JJ and Addison. Let's not sleep on Addison.
JJ needs to sit.
What happened?
Wes, what have I said all year? JJ needs to sit. Just because I think he's better than Bo Nix, I don't think Bo Nix is that good. God, well, I swear.
But Bo Nix is starting out the gate.
Just because they got nobody else except for the MILF hunter. That's all they got. They got nobody else.
Whoa! Hey, they already said they're not going to. They're not going to extend his contract. That's how bad. Season hasn't listen. Season hasn't even started yet. And they already say Zach Wilson, you're garbage. Just like.
That's what I'm saying. So who else is going to start on that team?
It's like, why are you trading?
Right.
Keep on cashing these checks.
Yeah, man. He got milfs to hunt, man.
All right, Denver. Oh, he gonna find a lot.
All right, so Drew, I'm gonna go to you next. Give me your one player, fantasy wise, that rookie that's gonna make the impact, the biggest impact. We got a draft coming in pretty soon, people.
Yeah, I mean. It's tough. It's really tough. I like the upside of a guy like Bowers just because he's a short target.
Right.
Which, like I was saying earlier to Wes, like you give a short target like that to a middle of the pack guy like Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
He is similar to what Adam Thielen was to Bryce last year.
Okay.
He was a short target. Whether it was 2 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards, he was a short target. And I think a guy like Bowers, yes, he will attract the attention. However, when they go with that double tight end set, can't double both of them.
Right.
You can't leave Devontae man to man. So you have to pick your poison. And I think they would rather double Devontae to eliminate the deep ball and give up the chunk yardage to the tight end in the seam. And what if we What
about Jacoby Myers? He's that safety blanket too.
I mean, true. Jacoby will get there.
That's a lot of mouths to feed. That's all I'm saying. It's like a lot of mouths.
But look, I think you guys there's going to be a pecking order, and I think Jacoby is going to be third.
Yep.
Yeah.
The third? Wow.
And because, I think Brock Bowers is a chess, he is a mismatch. And I'm just throwing out 2 tight ends if they want to do that.
Right. He's a problem out there, though.
Listen. So think about it.
Who's our running back?
He can beat the
Deuce.
Who's the running back?
Deuce Vaughn.
And Zeus is solid. You don't heard of him because he's been behind Josh Jacobs for the last 2 years. But he came in, the last 4 games, he got about 150 yards. Zeus is solid. Georgia running back. He got all the pedigree. He just ain't ran the rock. So I look at it as, and probably here's my answer, Mitch, because to me it's Brock Bowers. For one,
both of y'all going Brock Bowers.
He's going to be one of my early tight ends I take. Because selfishly, look at my team, I'm like, he number 2 in the reads.
Wait. Where do you put him on your list, though? Where do you put him on your list? Where you got him at? You taking him over? Are you going to take him over TJ or LaPorta?
He coming off a knee surgery, so to me it's Kelsey, LaPorta, and then I'm putting Bowers.
You go Bowers there? Wow.
That's how high I am on Bowers in this offense. I think he can easily, and I agree with Drew 100%, catch short stuff within 5 yards.
Yeah, you got to put in Mark Andrews in there,
4
brother.
times a game.
Yeah, you forgot Mark Andrews,
So
Dalton Kincaid without
Yeah.
Dixon in there.
I'm not worried about.
I don't know.
Listen, like I don't even know. Well, Austin Kincaid.
No, I think I get Wes's point. Is the taking
why are you going to be there for him to
right. Yeah,
and he's and his I won't say his metrics, but he's a tall dude. He can break. He got good angles, and he can make you and he can debo you if you square up with him. So
yes, sir.
Right.
That's a problem.
So Reese, what he's saying is from our fantasy perspective.
He's my top 3. He's in my top 3 tight ends.
I don't know if I put him top 3.
Wait, in Wes-isms means Wes will take a really good veteran tight end first because he knows no one's gonna fuck with Bowers in our draft, and so he can take him later on.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's just tricking us. I know what Wes doing.
I see you.
I'm telling y'all right now.
You're not taking him in the top 3. I swear to God, Wes, you will not do it.
I'm not saying he top 3. I'm saying he top 3, but I'll probably take him in the 4th, 5th round.
Right, 4th or 5th round. Right.
He will be your first tight end. Okay.
Depending on who's on the board, yes.
That's what I want to know. If Dalton Kincaid, Trey McBride, any of them on the board, you're taking Bowers first.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. I gotta clip that.
Put it in the chat.
I gotta clip that.
Hey, clip that. I want to see you three-peat doing that. I want to see you three-peat being biased like that. You are biased as shit.
It has just been clipped. It has just been clipped.
Wow.
It has just been clipped. All right, so Snow, I'll go to you, then I'll go.
That's crazy.
Wait, Drew, you didn't go.
I said Bowers.
You said Bowers.
I said Bowers too.
Huh?
What do you think, Snow?
For fantasy?
Yes.
Tell me you gonna go Jonathan Brooks.
Nope.
Tell me you gonna do that.
Nah. Xavier Worthy.
Damn, Drew about to have a heart attack.
I ain't about to have shit.
Yeah.
I ain't about to have shit. You gonna have a bull drops.
Right.
Hey, people, come to Discord. You see some of the best arguments. Me and Drew sat there for 30, 45 minutes in Discord arguing this.
That shit was good.
It was good.
So, do me a favor. Yo, don't send 20-minute highlight reel.
Yeah, man.
Like,
what's that about?
Come on, bro.
No. I had to because I want you to see all them routes.
That's it. You know what that was?
Him.
That Reese is like his drunk uncle named Leroy. Let me put this clip together about my nephew Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Because where you're right, he had a lot of good catches last year. He had a lot of drops.
He did, yeah. And like I said, my point was, right, there's a difference between catching. There's a difference, like, yeah, you can break away from a defender. If that defender is trailing up to you by the time the ball gets to your hands by that apex, you've no longer you don't have separation anymore. That was his advantage. He had separation through every catch. I'll give him that off the speed. However, when he's catching the ball where someone is draped all over him, like those 2 red zone targets that I was talking about, one, he's catching off the body. In the NFL, players are not going for tackles anymore. They're going to knock you out and hope that ball pops out of your hands. That's one. And 2, when he gets a body put on him, he's going to run across that middle. There's going to be one linebacker that's going to be right there waiting for him. He ain't running across that middle secure no more.
I think okay. This is where we're going to disagree, and I agree with Snow. We'll let Snow explain his point. But again, we're talking about. I think one, he's tougher than what people give him credit for. He's not one of them light speed guys that don't want to take contact. He goes for contact. He's way better than that. Plus, he gets the ball in so many different ways, and he went to the motherfucking genius of offense, Andy fucking Reid. You go to Andy Reid,
he's gonna keep him untouched.
He gonna figure out ways.
All right, let Snow defend his pick.
Go ahead, Spread. Go ahead, Snow.
Oh,
Go ahead,
I wasn't planning
I
on repeating
forgot.
my pick at all.
And
But,
Snow, I'm sorry. I awakened the Isaiah Worthy fan club. So I just.
Oh, that's all good.
What about Hollywood being over there? Don't you think Hollywood gonna take some volume? So you got Kelsey.
I think to start,
Hollywood,
possibly.
then, like, he's third in the picking order for me.
I don't know if he's third. I think he
might be two because.
All right, Snow.
It depends on Rice. It depends on if Rice, how
He
long
gonna
Rice is going to be out.
Rice is getting suspended. All right, Snow, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rice is going to get suspended. I think Worthy will be what they thought Kadarius Toney was going to be.
That's a good point, too.
And I think they're going to basically just swap out Toney, put in Worthy.
I'm sorry, but they signed Mecole Hardman back. So the speed element guy is there.
I mean, did they sign him? Okay, wait. Did they sign him with his hands?
Listen, no.
His hands come with him in the contract.
They drafted him, traded him, and then signed him back. So they like something.
Wes, they traded up to get this kid. There is a plan. Hey, they didn't think that they signed.
All right, but okay. So to your point, there may be a plan, but Reese, execution.
Did they draft him with his hands?
Did they draft him with his hands?
They're like, look,
60 and 75.
6% drop rate is not good.
60 and 75 catches a year. Playing with Adone Mitchell, playing with Bijan Robinson.
Okay, you're right. But Reese, hold on, real quick, Snow. You're right, Reese. You're 100% right. But like I said to you the other day, when you stopped by, I said to you this: you cannot talk about one without talking about the other.
Excuse me.
You can't. You can't glorify how many catches this guy has and not talk about in the same bated breath how many drops he had and key drops.
Guess what? You can work on hands, but you can't work on.
Oh my God! See, but again,
you can't be that fast.
You can't do that.
Okay,
Eric
so now
Ebron.
We're just talking about the stat. We're just all I'm saying is the flip side. All I'm saying is the flip side of what you're saying. There's a flip side to it, right? Especially when it comes to receivers. Does he have the potential to be amazing? Yes, because of where he went, to your point earlier. Andy Reid has a plan right now for Xavier Worthy. I guarantee you he does. And it's probably a beautiful plan. I need to see consistency out of him. That's all I'd say.
Excuse me. Yep.
That's all I would say. So good picks now.
I think this could be a good high risk, high reward too.
Okay. See, I like that. That's a good extra. That's a good. Okay. So where? All right. So Reese, can I go back to you and ask you this?
Yeah.
Where, if you were to draft him, where would you draft him?
Xavier Worthy?
Yeah. Now you've already been accused of wearing many caps tonight, by the way.
Sir. Oh no. Okay, again, I got at least 2 or 3 rookie wide receivers over him already. I'm just saying that. So he's not even the top rookie wide receiver I would draft.
Okay.
Because again, it's that offense. They got a lot of mouths to feed. They still got a lot of players.
I very much respect that. Okay, I'll
because Marvin Harrison, I think is going to be up there.
Oh, sure.
I'm afraid of Neighbors. I swear I can't trust his quarterback. But I think Neighbors. I don't trust Daniel Jones. So, but I think Neighbors is going to be up there. A doozy ain't got too many mouths to feed in that offense too. So I don't know about.
I would take Rome over Worthy in fantasy.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'll do that.
Ooh, wait. Okay, now wait. Let's go call it. I just got to go back to Wes on that one. Then
okay.
You got Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
You got Hollywood Brown that you brought in.
Possibly.
Cole Hardman.
Possibly.
He's potentially number 4 on the list.
You got the number one thing. You got the number one comparison. You got Mahomes against a rookie.
Oh, I wasn't even going there. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking this. the Bears have a established wide receiver in Allen, an established wide receiver in DJ Moore.
Correct.
Yep.
The Chiefs have Kelsey, right?
Right. Hollywood Brown.
They got one in a possible.
See?
One in many possibles.
It's a strong possible. That's a strong possible.
So you got Kelsey, and then you got new guy.
So hold on, wait.
No, stop.
Hold on. So wait, if we're talking spades, right? We all know that a good spades player can take two possibles and turn that into one sure book. So between Xavier Worthy having a right hand and Marcus and Hollywood Brown having a left hand, that is one set of hands. That's a whole possible. That's a whole possible.
Dude,
he just trumped your card, bro.
I bet you, listen, and I bet you, where my brother Mike at? Is Mike in the chat? Yo, Mike, if you in the chat, bro, Mike is my lifelong spades partner. I'm talking Boston's on the table, bro. I can make a Queen of Hearts walk.
Not if I'm cut.
Listen, you gonna run out of spades, bro. You gonna run out of spades.
You'll get that ace and king, Baba. You try that queen.
Mm-hmm. I done heard it all before. That last book come out, and I'm like, wait a minute. You throwing off? I'm slapping that Queen of Hearts right on the table. Wow. Give me my book,
Drew.
Bro.
Let's be real, Drew, nigga.
Give me my book.
You talking across the table. We know you talking across the table anyway.
I don't. I don't.
Hey, you remember that girl Sally last week? Was she had a fat ass?
Nah, man.
Hey, that's code. That's code word for I got the queen.
That's code word. See, look. That's how you know he not a real spades player, because when you're a real spades player, you ain't got to talk across the board, bro. Hey, it's all here.
Drew.
It's all here.
Hey, for the NoMaam Nation, Drew comes down for the draft. We will play spades. We will have it on, and I'm gonna blow him out and Boston his ass and show him what the real.
Pause. Pause. That was crazy. He ain't Boston.
Whoa. Hey, he's getting lonely on the road.
Well, we will play spades. We will play spades.
Yo, chat, they're gonna put me with the worst spades player. They're gonna put me with the worst spades player, chat. They're gonna put me with the worst spades player that can't read the table, don't know how to count their books. I'm telling you. Every hand's gonna. I got.
That's
two.
gonna be. That'll be my brother. Shout out to my brother Nooney.
I got two. You got two, bro. You had three straight hands.
Hey, Mitchell. A couple other receivers in some good spots is Lad McConkey.
Yep.
In San Diego. He's gonna get a lot of targets, and Keon Coleman in Buffalo.
Yeah,
Buffalo. Yeah. Keon Coleman. I'm gonna step out on a limb, and I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels.
That was my pick.
Right, I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels, and football gods forgive me for saying this, but I'm gonna say Drake May. If they manage and marginalize that playbook enough for him.
Okay.
Who's the offensive coordinator? I don't even know the offensive coordinator.
I don't remember who it is, but I know it's a new offensive coordinator. But no. Listen, and I will give Drake May this. I think he's one of those quarterbacks that is very astute when it comes to playing his position. I don't think he's careless. He's not a careless quarterback. He's a guy that you can trust to make the right reads. And if the read is not there, he trusts his ability to get out of the pocket, get to the sideline, and move with the ball. So for that measure, I think it might not be I'm not saying he's going to be a great quarterback that you can go, but if you need a solid backup, he's got isn't Renfro? Isn't Renfro there?
My fear, I don't know, but my fear about Drake May is I feel like they're putting him in the same position that Bryce was last year. I don't see a lot of weapons. I don't see the offensive coordinator. I don't see the offensive line being great. I'm scared. It's a defensive coordinator coach. I'm a little afraid for Drake. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, we said the same. They said the same thing about CJ.
That's true, though. Yeah, that's
they said the same thing about CJ, right? And listen,
right.
and it was even worse because I'll say the haters talking about CJ, and if you watch CJ play, I was big on CJ. CJ was pro ready coming out of the gate because of his intelligence. And I said this,
they called him stupid.
They called him stupid. And I was like, wait a minute, do y'all not remember how CJ was dissecting defenses?
He wasn't dissecting them books.
He was left and right.
Yep.
For that, I'm just like, I just think
Kyler Murray dissects his game of Call of Duty every Saturday night.
Kyler Murray is the king of the gulag. That's all I'm saying.
King of the gulag.
King of the gulag.
Hey, so listen, every Tuesday night, I know tonight's Wednesday, it's freaking out a little bit still. Every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the NoMaam Nation rocks the house. Listen, we're trying to blow up the YouTube page. So for all my Twitch followers, head on over to NoMaam over there on YouTube. I'll give you hold on, let me put the channel in the chat so that you guys can go there. Hold on. Gotta do a little refresh, excuse me.
Reese, they drafted Polk from Washington second, who was Washington's second receiver in the order.
So yeah, check out.
I'm mad. They didn't get nothing out of Tyquan Thornton. That's just God. They threw him away.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have who the tight ends. I don't know. In the offensive line, dude. I don't think Bill didn't leave them in a good spot because last couple of years he couldn't draft worth shit. Bill did not leave them in a good spot, bro.
Drafting all defensive players.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
hoodies.
And who?
And hoodies.
The cut sleeve hoodie.
The cut sleeve.
He was
nasty. Limited edition.
We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back, man.
Nasty work. Nah, he looks real fine. Pause. He looks real nice over there on ESPN.
Yes.
There.
Yes. Next Tuesday is the debut of the new sports desk. We gotta give him a trial run, bring him on, see if he's about that life, about that NoMaam life. If he's about that NoMaam life, I think we got a new sports desk person joining the building, and we'll talk about how that affects everybody. But what I want to do real quick, just stay with me. We're gonna raid another channel.
Excuse me?
If anyone knows what raiding is, we're gonna bring our viewers over to their viewers, right? Now, hear me out. This could only help the NoMaam Nation. So just stay put for about 30 seconds to a minute. We're going to go over to, hello, brother. Yes, brother. Tuesday. We're going to go hit up Sketch, see if Sketch responds to us. So give me a second.
Oh, why you doing that? Let's talk about it, fellas. Euphoria. Let's talk about it. Oh, my God.
There's a lot of stuff in that song.
I had to listen to it 7 times to catch half of it, buddy.
And that's my point, bro. If you have to listen to something 7 times, my man, come on.
I used to love doing that. Wu-Tang fan.
All right. So wait. How many times did you have to listen to Ether or the Takeover to really catch it?
At least 2 or 3 times. You better listen to it. You want to catch
2 or 3, not 7.
Hey, that's just the artist.
Oh, wait. It was 6 minutes of hate.
You like me, Drew? Right?
Hold on. For me, Drew, I'm an old head, so I listened to it multiple times because I wasn't catching a lot of stuff like the YMG. Like I didn't know that history or why he was throwing out these names. So
I get that.
But with Ether and Takeover, I grew up in that moment. So I didn't have to check the references. I already knew what Nas and Jay were talking about.
I will give you that.
Me, I had to go back and check.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
But all right, Nation, we're going to continue this conversation off